hello, and welcome to Alex Connect Sandbox MTG Study Session 52! Yep. My name is Alex, and let's continue studying Magic the Gathering. Today we're going to study Magic Duels, which is going to be pretty interesting session, I think. Let's just go back, or dive into the game. It's already launched, which is a cool thing. So, I think we need to repeat this quest, like, not repeat by repeat, but just, yes, so another one. We actually went through this quest yesterday, and now it's again, like here again. We will get gold for this one, which is a good thing, because I played a lot of blue decks, and I think since we don't, like, actually tied to any color, it's actually cool. Now finally I am going to play with the decks that I want to play, not the decks that I have to play. So let's just go into versus battle, and continue to play either with our Thunder deck or with our Tapestry deck. So Tapestry deck works with the tapping creatures, and it's actually a pretty cool deck. We still didn't test this deck properly. Last session we actually lost matches with this deck, or not last, but last time I remember we played this deck. We played a lot with this deck because we kind of constantly rebuild it, so let's just play with the blue decks today. So first is going to be a Tapestry deck. Again, deck that's based on tapping creatures, basically slowing down the opponent constantly, and drawing cards to constantly have a lot of card advantage. And I kinda interested if I'm going to get higher than 13th rank. It's a pretty interesting thing to do, to know. Okay, it's considerably good hand, although we don't have like that many lands. Usually we need 3 at least, but we could get them though. At least we have this one, which is good. It will allow us to play big spells if we don't have enough mana for them. At least we can play this one, which is a good thing if we don't have enough lands with 3 counters for this artifact, so without paying its mana cost in 3 turns. So we still have things to do, which is a good thing. So, not a bad thing. Hospital of Clowns? Oh, don't like clowns. They are freaking creepy. Nothing funny about clowns. Of course we'll attack. And again, I need additional land to actually put charge counter. Unfortunately this turn it's not going to be available. I think I will get land next turn. If not, of course I will probably not going to play JC yet, although I could and discard some cards, but don't think so. Good thing that we're already controlling artifact. That means that this card will actually give us 2 cards instead of 1. So if you control no artifacts, discard a card. We have one, so good. And a boom attack. We didn't got a land, which means that we probably need to put a lot of charge counters and hope that in 2 turns we actually can play either this one if opponent is going to have a creature, or this one and get 2 additional cards. One of them should be a land. Even if I'm not going to get lands in a couple of turns, like by drawing 2 additional cards, it's like supposed to be a land. Or shuffle was super unlucky, I don't know. It could be the case though if you, I don't know, it's pretty rarely when you have like 5 or 6 lands 1 by 1 in the stack, like in your deck, although it could be the case. again, the things about shuffles, they are unpredictable. Especially in digital versions, I guess. Or maybe in paper Magic, it's even more uncontrollable. But I actually don't know, because usually before you shuffle and you kind of looking through your whole library and then shuffle, and you kind of have idea where your cards actually placed usually, and you're trying to shuffle things and not shuffle too many times to create. Okay, good, we actually got a land, which is a good thing. Since we have a lot of creatures from that side, I think instead of actually playing this one, no, I think we need to do that. Yes, because I actually want to put the additional counter in here. Although I have a lot of spells that cost 2 lands or 2 mana, so instead let's just I don't know. Let's just play this one. We will search for a land. Good. And I'm not going to attack. We need this to produce more cards. The cool thing about like control decks, you have a lot of choices usually, at least in Magic. So there's not just one thing that you can do or a couple of things. Usually there's like at least 5-6 choices that you have in one turn, which is an awesome thing to have. That's why I need to think a lot what to play next. Starting from next turn, I still don't have the ability to play multiple spells in one turn. Only if I use this one. But again, I don't have instants and sorceries for 2 mana yet. We will wait for them. Okay, first we will cast this one and draw a card. It will allow us to play this card with a search, which is a good thing. And we probably go to top. Oh, we actually have 2 of those, which is super awesome. There's actually no one to tap. The only reason why I should tap a particular creature to draw additional card. But instead, let's just draw 2 cards with this one. Again, since we're controlling artifact, we're not going to discard one. Let's just draw 2 additional cards. Because tapping creatures right now kind of a pointless thing to do, because I still can't attack, so they're not going to attack either. No, I will wait till opponent actually will decide to attack. Because again, these decks are usually not that aggressive. You just wait, you defend yourself till you can control, till you can gain full control of your opponent, to prevent him from attacking you and playing spells and whatever. Okay. If this one dies, each player draws a card. Thank you for that. Okay, now it's starting to attack. I'm not going to block. 2 damage, it's not a problem. these creatures actually could help me. The reason why, again, I don't want to block with these because the more I have them, the more possibilities that I could use another one, because opponent could destroy one of these or both of these with some type of a damage dealer that could divide. And the reason why I want to keep this one, because I might actually return it into my hand if I'm going to get my creature 04 that transforms into a giant one. So good. Now we actually have the opportunity to play this enchantment. Let's do this. Play enchantment first, then we'll plant a land. Then we're going to tap someone. Let's see who. Okay, this is just a defender. And it doesn't matter who we're going to tap. First, let's just play this one and draw a card. Or no, let's just first. Oh, I actually could scry. Yeah, scrying is the better choice, because that way the card that I'm going to draw, I will control it. So let's scry. Do I need another one? Tapping 2 creatures at once by playing land, it's kind of a cool thing to do. And also I could untap my creatures. I think we could have another one. Or not. I don't know. Yeah, let's keep it. And basically draw it. One thing that I'm interested in, if I'm going to cast this one, I can't play a search cost, of course, because converted mana cost, so not some. Okay, understandable. Again, no point of attacking, but I guess it's time to actually put additional counter on this one, and starting from next turn, play either both of these, because now opponent has a lot of creatures, probably going to attack with more of them. And now I think we could block with one of the fairies, because only one left in the deck. Again, these type of games with control decks, they are super long usually. Which again, as I said before, I like these type of games because they actually kind of play with your mind. It's not something like Hearthstone when you just boom, boom, boom in the face and that's game ended. There's no analysis out there. You just... But it's an arcade, I don't know, something quick, fast. Magic could be like this, of course, and I think Magic Arena is going to have some type of these elements, a little bit more faster, like a little bit faster play. Actually, let's destroy one of those and let all our players to draw cards. I'm going to draw a card, opponent is going to draw a card. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Maybe it's going to be the game that I'm finally utilize this card properly. Okay, a lot of choices. Again, it's pretty early to play Jace still. I want to play more spells. We need 5 or more cards in our graveyard. Okay. Tapping creatures, nope for now. Drawing cards. So yeah, I think playing this one, this is the choice. Don't have lands. Although I could have, of course, played this one and every time we'll get Investigate, but again, I don't have enough lands to play Investigate, tap artifacts for gaining particular abilities. There's a lot of things to do. So I'm just choosing the things that kind of making sense at this point. We need to gain lives. This is something that we definitely need, and if we're going to have 3 or more break counters on it, we actually will gain 2 lives, which is a super awesome thing to do. And now it's time to play one of those for free. Yes. And let's think, what creature we need to untap or tap? I guess this one for it to net attack. Good, we actually got a land. Let's play land. I don't think that I'm going to scry though. Let's instead just tap one of them. No, creatures will untap either way, so there's no point of tapping them. Let's just scry. Okay, this is pretty good. We could use it. We will search our library, we will choose one card to put in our hand, one card to put on top of our library, and one at the bottom of our library. So for now, all hope actually goes into a card that will allow me to gain control of these creatures. Just hope for this card. I have 2 of these in my deck. Oh no, oh no, not good. This is not good. 10-7. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 of it. It can't attack now, because it has Summoning Sickness. Why would you use it? Or it can. It can? Oh, it gains haste. Oh, because it's artifact. Yeah, all artifact creatures actually gaining haste. This card works. Okay, understood. Of course, why I can't block? Why I couldn't block? Oh, can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Oh, this is super bad. This card has basically ruined everything. Not good. Not good. Now I'm in super trouble. The problem, I don't have that many creatures that could block it, so I don't have creatures with power 2. Oh yeah. What I'm going to do? I don't know what to do. You tell me I'm done? We need to use this one and actually tap this creature before it's going to attack. This is the only thing that we could save ourselves with, so yeah, I hope I'm not going to lose, but yeah, I will survive a couple of turns, yes, but we need to play smart. So I need 3 lands to actually keep this instant to tap 10-7 for it not to attack next turn. This is definitely the thing. What's happening? I don't know what to do. It is not tap. Also, opponent could... No, couldn't. Still don't have enough cards to transform Jace. So again, we definitely use this one. This is something that we definitely need to do. So, oh yes, this is actually a good thing. Creature, Planeswalker. This one on top. I'm going to play land. I already know what's there, so just going to tap creature. I don't know. Tap it. And I need to keep 3 lands to use this one. So the only thing that I could do is to play Jace. Oh, it's a bummer that you don't have headphones. So yeah, now I need to stop timer in a proper time. and use this thing. Let's hope I will. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Okay. It decides not to. This is interesting. Oh, not good. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to block. Okay, things are becoming super tense. I don't know why he or she decided not to use this one, like, don't know. She could like tap 5 creatures and attack me and destroy me, but for some reason didn't happen, so it kind of confused me a lot. So, enchant creature land on a or a planeswalker. Unfortunately, this is not a creature, this is artifact vehicle, so we can't actually make things with it, unfortunately. Creature, land, or planeswalker. And if I'm going to use this one on vehicle, which I can't because it's not doesn't have a flash, still need to keep 3 lands. No, this is crazy. Whew. So now I think it's time to actually play Jace. Although he's not going to help me that much, but still. What Jace could do. -2 until end of the turn, you may cast instant sorcery card from your graveyard to turn and exile it instead then. Top target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, investigate. So I need to keep 3 lands definitely to play this one. Oh, wait a minute. What if I use this artifact on this? Loses all other card types and abilities. So now artifacts are not going to get in the battlefield with haste. But it kinda doesn't matter. This crew still is going to work. So yeah, I'm going to skip it. Just going to gain 1 life. Starting from next turn, we're going to get 2 lives instead, which is a good thing. I think even if he or she will attack with all creatures, I'm going to die. Like, don't have. But decides to actually go with this one, which is good for us because I'm going to tap it. Oh, come on! This is stupid. Oh, this is stupid. Good thing that actually decides to not attack but use this one. Good, we survived. We survived. Whew. We definitely survived this turn. But I need to think something with this one. Like, I don't know what to do with it. Don't have defenders. The only thing that could help us again is the card that could allow us to gain control of creatures. I could gain control of this one probably. So now we could block, which is a good thing. let's destroy this artifact. And probably we need to block this one, just like this. I don't want to lose more lives. Okay then, what artifact does? Oh yeah, whenever two creature attacks alone it gets +1/+1. So it actually was a mistake to block with all creatures. I forgot that this artifact is kind of present in here. Not good. Has the same one. Yeah, I'm not going to use Jace, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm kind of done. I don't think that I can do something, because like no matter what I'm going to do, it's not going to work. I definitely will gain 2 lives. This is something that I definitely will do. And I need to use these cards to tap all flyers. Okay. Now he doesn't have enough, or has enough creatures. So let's see. This one can't attack the next turn. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 and 5 crew. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're actually going to put a creature that can block. And let's tap this one. Okay, good. Good. Still going to have a flyer, which is a problem. He will put artifact on it, so yeah, I'm not going to survive. +1 for each creature you control. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm definitely done. As soon as you control an artifact. So yeah, I can't do anything. Unfortunately, like, my mistake was actually to lose these blockers. That was a mistake. I shouldn't lose them. I kind of forget about the presence of this stupid artifact. This artifact is pretty cool though. Like, I usually not paying attention to this artifact even if this artifact in my deck. You're rarely having the ability to use it. Oh, pretty cool, as long as it's a vehicle and additional to other types, plus Twin gets first strike. Pretty cool. And of course, he will attack with this one alone and destroy me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 9. So doop. Yeah. I was close to survive, but didn't manage to. Again, I made a pretty big mistake. Shouldn't lose my creatures. Yep. Definitely made a mistake by blocking with flyers. And let's continue our battle. Another one. That's why I kinda had to see through, but I knew that this was some type of provocation, I don't know, like, but for some reason I get right into it. Oh no, this is not very good. We need to join you. Oh, this is even worse. Okay, this is kind of playable. Okay, we actually got the third hand. Again, for this deck, even if I'm going to get 6 cards or 5 cards, it's not a bad thing because I have the ability to scry and draw cards, so it's not a problem. Oh yeah. What do we got over here? So yeah, I wanted to get this one in the previous game. This is something that definitely could help me a lot. Just super cool thing to have. And I need to just play it, get rid of like 4 counters, and then it will transform and will return all cards. Okay, we're playing against super aggressive deck probably. It means that I'm probably going to lose. Because again, this deck not that good against aggro decks. I need time to develop. It's a good thing if I'm going to have defenders, but again, the closest defender that I have is this one, and I don't want to lose it. So don't want to lose it. So I'm going to play it. Starting from next turn, I'm going to try to play 4 instants and sorcery and as fast as possible transform this one. But again, this is an aggro deck, probably have some type of a destroyer or damage dealer that could destroy creature with 4 power. So it's more likely that I'm going to lose this game again. This deck not good against aggro. Just can't stand against those decks. Especially when they are super aggressive, like for instance this one. In the second turn you already have a creature with 4/3 and trample, come on. How is possible? I could slow down my opponent, of course, and this is probably what I will do. And I could just buy myself a little bit more time. It all depends what cards I'm going to get. So good thing that we actually get this one. That means that I could block 2/2 with 0/4. He's definitely not going to attack with this one in next turn, which is a good thing. Have Lance, which is good too. Have a couple of cards. Oh yeah, goodbye. No. Oh yeah, definitely will destroy it. Combined efforts. As I said, unfortunately, goodbye. The only hope. So that means that we need to just stall the game and like make things slow for the... Oh snap, this is good. Oh, this is good. So now we need to just wait until we can play this one, and again I'm going to top. And not investigate probably. Let's play this one first and I will play investigation next one. We need more control. Okay, we definitely need lands because we need to play this big one. So I will get land right away. And we definitely need something that could tap creatures and for them to doesn't untap. Although this is actually works the same, and at the same time it's a creature that could block, so it's better to actually get this one than this one. Although this will give us a card. Oh, this is a hard choice to make. It's the same cost. Let's go with this one. Maybe it's a mistake, but let's hope it's not. We'll attack. Although opponent could have creatures with haste, maybe it's not a wise choice, but again, I still need to attack at some point. Huh? At the beginning of your upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells, sacrifice it. Oh good. He actually lost. Okay, goodbye my 2/2, which is a good thing that we actually attacked with it. Didn't waste the creatures. Oh no, menace. Yeah, I think I should get more creatures instead of this instant. Or, yeah, because the more creatures I have, the better. So let's block 1/2 with menace, because it could become potentially bigger. Playing this one now, it's not a smart choice because it's probably going to be destroyed, and also I don't have cards that could actually have. Okay, let's think. No, it's pretty early to play this one, because again, he has a lot of damage dealers and he could just basically destroy it. So instead, let's hope that we will get some creature cards. Okay, good. And since I can't play it, we're going to investigate. Or sacrifice a clue and draw a card. Okay, good. We have the ability to draw 1 card and discard 1 card. If we're going to have an artifact, we could draw 2. Let's hope artifact will come. In a bit. I will survive for a couple of, maybe 4, 5, 7, no, steps, maybe more. It all depends what opponent is going to. The good thing is that we have card advantage, opponent doesn't. So now opponent plays with the top deck only and can't draw additional cards unless he has some card draws there. And we have pretty decent card advantage. That means we have a choice. That means that we're controlling the game at this point. What's happening? Why opponent is thinking. There's nothing to think about. Is he or she could return cards from the graveyard? Nope. Nope. Nothing of that nature. So the first creature that I will probably get under my control is probably the creature with menace, because I can't block it. I don't have enough creatures. So ideally I need to cast this one, then play probably this one, tap this one, get under control this one. Okay, this is actually a good thing. Now I need to play smart. So now opponent doesn't have card advantages. That means that he's not going to it's a risk to play this card to potentially for it to be destroyed, but at the same time I don't have another choice. No, instead let's just for now not play anything. Skip the turn, wait for him or for her to attack, make all creatures -2, draw additional card. That way probably on the next turn I will have enough mana to actually play. Still not going to have enough mana to play this one. I don't know. No, let's risk. Let's risk. Let's risk. Let's hope that the opponent is not going to get any destroyer or damage dealers, because if he gets damage dealers, I'm going to be in trouble. And it's a creature. By the way, it was not a wise choice, probably play it. Yeah, of course he's going to attack with this one, and with this one I'm not going to block this one, and because he can use this one and destroy my 2/3. So the same goes for this one, can't block it. So unfortunately in a couple of turns I'm going to die. But good thing is, next turn I actually will get control of a particular creature. So it's time to get control, to get under control, probably. This is a pretty good question. Again, creature with menace, probably. Because once I try to get under control this one, he's just going to destroy him by paying mana. Yeah. Getting under control 1-2. Unfortunately, it's going to be put under our control tapped, which is not a good thing. Hi, Scoff-san. Okay, this is a super hard game to win. So, and I will keep this card if he decides to attack with all of his creatures next turn. Although he will. And I'm going to slowly get all of his creatures under my control. But again, for that I need spells that could do this. That could target all these creatures. Yeah, aggro goblins are killing me. Control decks not good against aggro, unfortunately, at this particular instance. I don't know how in other games, but for Magic, it's the thing. And of course we're going to use this one. We will draw a card. Oh good, we actually... Not good. We don't need lands though. This is good, now we actually can destroy them. Because we're not going to be dealt any damage, which is awesome. So I'm not going to lose my creatures. He probably will sacrifice this one and deal damage to me. It would be a smarter choice. Yep. Exactly that. Good. So now opponent doesn't have card advantage. Plays with his top deck, has only one creature to attack with, which I will probably gain control, hopefully for the next turn, and yes, I will get it under control. Superb! Let's do that. Now it's mine. Sorry about that. I'm not going to play this one again, I'm going to keep it in case he's going to play another creature. And also, kinda don't want to play this one because I don't want to discard cards. We will wait for artifacts to come. Okay, yeah, let's just finally attack. Maybe I could even turn tables in this game completely. And from complete loser gain victory, who knows? We'll see. It all depends what, of course, opponent will draw. But again, he has or she has disadvantage at this point. Wulia. Wally? Wule? Okay, good. I don't have lands for him. I think he made a mistake by playing land. He could actually create some type of suspense. I'm not going to play lands either, starting from next turn, I guess, because I have more than enough. Okay, good. And again, there's no point. I'm going to... You mean I could discard this one? I can't discard this one because I'm going to get control of the creatures with it. Yeah, opponent understands that he's going to lose. So I'm going to play this one and draw a card. I'm not going to. Yeah, I could discard land. So at this point. But let's just first play this one. Get under control 1/1. Strangely, that this card is definitely like not continuing to top target creature. Oh, an opponent control. That's why. It only taps creature if opponent controls it. After it gains my control, like, it doesn't work. Because some cards are without this thing. We could tap them too. Yeah, I think we could use this and actually discard a land. No, we have 2 lands. So definitely discarding a land. This is pretty good. This one became bigger. And let's attack. Again, not going to play land. We'll keep it. Have enough lands. Oh, yeah, we won. Didn't count how many damage I will deal. Turns out that the same amount of damage to this enough to destroy an enemy. Good. So yeah, we have actually time to play another match. And we almost did this. This is first win for today. Unfortunately, this is only probably second game. First game. Let's play another blue deck, which returns creatures under the into a opponent's hands to make things a little bit more interesting. And also this deck a little bit faster. It's control deck too, of course, but it's a little bit faster because now I can return creatures under opponent's control, and it will take time to replant these creatures back, and as long as I have attackers, I pretty quickly could win. And this deck actually has more attackers and more creatures overall than this one. Oh, this is super long search. It's rarely the case. Waiting for players to join. David F. Okay. So this is actually considerably good hand. We have 2 cards that could give us like additional card. Probably one of them is going to be a 3rd land. We have 1 returner. We have thing that allow us to investigate. So definitely going to keep it. Also good attacker and blocker. These 2 potential attackers, especially when opponent is not going to have anything to block flyers, which is an awesome thing. I think this game could be a pretty fast game to play, unless opponent is going to provide something that could stop our plans from being realized. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. Oh, a potential zombie deck. Probably, because usually when these colors are here, we are having potential zombie deck. I think, yeah, we need to draw additional card. We need 3rd land. Let's hope for the 3rd land, and it's not. Okay. Another thing that could ruin the whole game is mana host. If we're not going to have enough mana. Still, I can play at least 4 spells in future turns, which is a good thing. That means that we still can play, but it will slow me down definitely. And yes, zombie deck probably enters the battlefield or dies. put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. So opponent will return cards from a graveyard. Not good. We got third land, which is awesome. Now let's help this creature to put a lot of cards on the graveyard, because this is the thing, I guess. Although it's not probably a wise choice to make. He's going to play it again, he's going to put another 2 on the graveyard, potentially could bring more cards from graveyard, but we need to make this game fast. So I'm not going to wait. And also 2-1. And another one. And again. So the same one, land. Again, for the most part, he can't bring back sorceries or instants. There are spells that could do this, of course, but not that many of those, so. Since we don't have lands, we need to stall the game and just basically drag the game and continue to return this one. Next turn I'm going to play this one and actually scry, or play this one and attack. Stay in block. Yeah, I think we need to play this one. It could be a good blocker and at the same time attacker. And continue. Okay, good. 2 defenders out, which is good. And also don't have creatures to sacrifice necessarily. Okay, put this one to block to 1, definitely. And next turn I'm going to put this one and actually scry and hope for the land. We actually need to bring back our land. I could attack, actually. Yeah, let's attack. I don't think that he's going to block. He has only 1 creature. And as long as I have only 1 of those, I'm fine. Good. There are cards that could bring back. Yes, so look at the top cards. If you already put 2 of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard, lose 2 lives. Okay, Transformer. When it enters the battlefield, you may return creature card with convert mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Of course, he's going to return this zombie bird or crow. Okay, we're definitely not going to return this one, because he's just going to bring back his cards from the graveyard. It's not a very good thing. Yeah, this is pretty crazy matchup between players, because I'm returning his cards, he's just basically replanting them, and it's beneficial for him, so it's not something that kind of works for me necessarily. So I think we need to utilize this one somehow a little bit later. For now I need lands, so I'm going to try to scry with this guy. I don't know. Maybe I actually need to return this one, because there's not many big creatures in a graveyard. So, because the longer I wait, the more possibility that graveyard is going to have big creatures or more important creatures. These are not that important. Yeah, I think I will use this one, definitely. Because I could make a mistake this way. Again, I rarely play against these type of decks, and this is the first time that I actually in this situation. But again, there's only 2 cards that he could bring from the graveyard, either this crow or this human, and I can deal with them. That's not something that could destroy me. And also this card that I actually returned, it's pretty costly, like 5 lands. He can't play it now, so. Okay, whenever you cast a creature spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. It's not a good thing. Okay, he also puts 2/3. Oh, this is not good. This one will become big with every creature in the graveyard. Poo-poo-doo-poo-poo. By the way, this is an awesome card. It's not only returns a creature to its owner hand, but it kind of works like a counter spell, which is super cool thing, but just counters it into a hand. I think it's time to play it and return 4/4. Although every time he plays creature again I'm going to lose, but... And it's time to scry. Oh, come on! I don't have enough lands to play this one. Bottom. Yeah, basically I'm losing because I have complete mana host. Not good. I'll attack with this one. Tony, you confused? I'm confused too. Don't have that much choices. We need to wait for a land. This is probably the only thing that could make this game. But 1 land is not going to be enough. Like, come on. Every time that I'm going to return cards into his or her graveyard hand, I'm just going to lose additional life and he's going to gain 1 life. So it's kind of... Again, this is awful like matchup for this type of deck. This is probably the first time that by returning opponent's creatures into his or her hand, it's beneficial for the opponent. Oh, it's super annoying. I'm going to skip. Because I might have this one and get additional card. And this additional card could be a land. Probably going to lose either way. Okay, reveal the top 5 cards of your library. Put up to 2 instant and sorcery cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Ugh. Not good. I don't have lands. I just go into discard a lot of lands, like just into a graveyard. This is awful. This is awful. I can play this one as... No, I can't. I don't have 4th land. This one also, sorcery, can play it either. Super annoying. I could play this one and return this one, but instead I'm going to wait for this one to attack and return it in hand. Yes, so let's continue. I'm going to defend myself. Stop attacking. Stop attacking and stop defending myself. And another crawl. Good thing that almost all the destroyers are there. Cards that he could bring cards from a graveyard are there too, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I will return this one next turn in his hand. Right now I'm going to block it with 0-4, 0-3 probably. And I will skip 3 damage. Because this flyer could help me to destroy these big flyers. This is the only reason why he's not attacking with all of his creatures. Let's do this. Tap him, scry, see what's on top. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Its controller, if controller is attacking, you may put it on top of its owner library instead. Good, but not good. We need land. We need a land. Bottom. At this point, it's not something that will just save me. And we need 2 lands. And even if I get 2 lands, I'm not going to win this game probably. Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay. Whatever. Return for 4. Yeah, so basically I got completely mana hosted. This is something that happens rarely with this deck. I have more than enough lands in here. I'm going to block 3/3 with 2/2. He's not going to attack with his crows. Maybe will, but then at least 1 crow is going to die each turn. He's going to deal me 4 damage. Still will survive. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, and then discard a card. And it's a land. Opponent, you have mana flood, I have mana screw, or as it's called, mana host. That's it. Don't want to utilize this one in block and destroy 3/3 because I need blockers for flyers. Although I'm going to die either way, so it's just a matter of time. Maybe something good will come though. By the way, I have Massive Returner in my possession, like in this deck. If I actually have the ability to use Massive Returner and return all cards in their hands, it would be awesome. But again, I don't have enough lands for it, so... Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me. So I didn't have lands probably... how many turns? 10? Crazy. This is rarely happens. So just got unlucky. Let's just wait till opponent will destroy us. And again, I have pretty cool cards. This one, super awesome card. This one allows me to investigate and draw additional cards. Of course, this one, Massive Returner, return all permanents to their owner hands. Yeah, I'm done. We are going to destroy one of those. No, maybe I will survive. Block this one, block this one, and block this one. Nope, 6 exactly. Pretty cool. So yeah, this was the last game for today. Didn't manage to win, but kinda don't care. Game was pretty interesting either way. Just didn't get lucky with lands. At all. 3 lands throughout the whole game. Opponent has like, I don't know, 15 at least, combined with the ones that in the graveyard. And of course we got demoted, and we actually got a quest. Rip-pip-pip. Good. So yeah, we don't have enough money for booster, which is not a very good thing, so whatever. On that note, we will end the session. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, have a nice day or night, and see you in the next session. Bye bye.